still working on, I still got to paint all this, and then I'll put the plastic down, and I'll be able to put the rest of the deck boards on. What I discovered was that this shit goes on a lot easier with a roller than it does with a brush.
Yeah.
You don't want to use a great big roller because it makes a god-awful mess.
Well, and you're getting
And it
into
won't
little bitty
reach into
places.
the cracks and crevices the way a small roller will. And it's one of those things that's like, do I have to do this now? No, I could wait and then do it on top of my new deck, which I don't want to hit with drain oil.
At least not until it needs it.
Then I'll have to cover it, and then I won't get it covered right, and it'll be covered in drain oil. And
well, and as you said, this way, anything you spill is actually good.
Anything I go now is going on the old deck, which isn't going to do anything but help the matter. So,
right.
Yeah. But, yeah, like 60 times faster with the little roller than it was with the brush. And I'm getting better coverage, so that's also nice.
Yeah. Well, and you did use the brush in certain places where you had to.
Yeah, if there was
and you used that sprayer down in all the little bitty cracks.
I used a sprayer down in there, and I used a bottle.
I noticed you had a squirt bottle, yeah.
I had a squirt bottle this morning that I was using to just fill up some of the cracks that are going to be underneath so that they're protected somewhat. But yeah, this is like one of my least favorite things to do. Any kind of painting. So, yay.
There is really a huge difference, though.
Yeah, if you can look, you can see between where the wood's been hit and the wood hasn't been hit. And it's not even that just that it looks it's darker, and it looks, ultimately it will look better because it won't turn that god-awful green it was before. You know, remember the days of pressure washing.
Right, right.
So, you know, it won't turn that green now that this is on there. Or at least it won't do it as fast, let's put it that way. You know, eventually it all does it, so. I'm not too worried about a lot of the outside because I'm going to put later on I will put the scaffolding out there and finish peeling off those couple of slabs that still have bark on them out there, and then I'll paint the outside of it with drain oil.
That'll be fun too.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Anytime I can crawl on the scaffolding.
And paint.
And paint.
Woo, woo, woo.
At least the scaffolding's not a damn ladder.
This is true.
Thank you, Meyer and Lynn.
Ironically, I got that so you could do that and
paint the house.
Paint the house, and we haven't even gotten to that yet.
No, it kind of got put on the back burner because of COVID.
Well, and the cost to supply paint and everything else.
Yeah, cost of paint and the whole. Do we really want to spend what little money we have on fucking paint?
Right.
You know.
And yes, the house needs painting, but it's not gonna.
It does, very badly.
It's not gonna fall down if we don't do it. So.
No, not
like this would.
Well, and a lot of the projects we did in case things got even worse.
Yes.
Which we still don't know, do we?
No, we don't. We don't.
Or
she's
Kentucky,
almost done.
Kentucky got hammered.
Oh my goodness, yes.
In those recent tornadoes. Those we were barely missed, hit the northeast corner of Arkansas.
Yeah.
So far away from us, but it actually started to form over us.
Yes, it did.
And the whole time you're just, gee, I hope we haven't, we're not about to see our lives just blow up before us.
Yes.
So.
As they have for so many people.
But here's the problem. The problem is Kentucky, like Arkansas, is a red state. So, just like most of the people in this state, most of the people there voted for the very same senators and Congress people that gutted the
environmental plan, yeah.
The environmental plan, took it almost completely out of the what is it?
Biden's plan, yeah.
Yeah, the Build Back Better plan. I was like, yeah, let's just take that out. We don't need that shit. That's just going to stop big business from making big money.
Right.
And it might cost us a little bit of extra here and there and everywhere. So let's get rid of that.
and just.
But meanwhile, and so here's the problem with that. The problem with that is that when the shit hits the fan and there's a goddamn tornado, it's not just the assholes that vote for the assholes who wind up losing everything they work for.
No, no.
It's the rest of us too.
Yes.
We want a better world. We want to take care of the environment, but fuck us because our votes don't matter.
Exactly. So after she does this, she's putting down the rest of the plastic, and then she's going to use all the boards she's got left.
Which is only 8.
And, well, she's also got pieces.
Well, and I'm also trying to get this done as quick as I do, not just because it's very important to get it wintered in the rest of the way, but because, as I said, they already told me the price of wood was going to go up the end of December,
and it's already
then
gone
within
up.
a week it had gone up $1.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I definitely want to get the rest of these deck boards, which are normally expensive.
Right.
I want to get the rest of them, get them put down before the price goes up.
Yep. Well, after you get those down, you'll know about how many you need. So
yeah, after I get these down, I'll be able to make a better assumption of how many I'm going to need.
And you've still got that porch over there we're eventually going to build. So if you've got more deck boards...
If I have more deck boards, it's not like they're
not
not
a
going to
problem.
get used.
Exactly.
It's kind of like why I went ahead and bought all the 2x4s I bought, because I got tired of running back and buying 10 more, running back and buying 20 more. It's like, fuck it.
Yep. Just going to get everything
Think I
because
only
I'm
need
going to use
10?
them.
I'm going to buy 20.
Right.
I only used 10, now I have 10 left.
Not a problem.
I still have to build awning on this and everything else.
Yeah, and a railing on that little landing,
Yeah.
and yeah. Lots of stuff.
The quicker this gets, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the quicker this gets covered, the better. The amount of tornado damage that we took just from the shaking and rattling, there's loose places, things that that weren't really bad when we first started this project because we're walking on it after it's been cracked.
It's getting worse.
Really weak.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the quicker we can get it done, the safer it's going to be. And then we just hold our breath and hope that we're not going to get creamed by weather.
I will film some more on this when we get closer to done. In case you're wondering, no, it's not warm out here. She's just working that hard.
I don't think it's cold.
She's got the last. She's got the last of the plastic mostly down.
Then I'm going to stick some board
And then she's going to put some boards down until she runs out.
Yeah.
Or runs out of daylight, whichever happens first.
I have a light now.
That's true, we have a light. I almost forgot. Okay, going away. Okay.
Okay. So yesterday was a big red letter day here at Castle Farms. We finished this fucking deck.
Yes.
And by we, I mean me.
Absolutely, because I wasn't even here.
Len wasn't even here.
Yep.
Okay. So at one point, I had gone to the lumberyard for one more batch of wood, and I had measured, and then I added 2 boards. At Lynn's request, I added 2 boards. I got all those put in yesterday, and I still didn't have quite enough. But I had a stack of pieces parts. And I wasn't on part of the deck that I was trying to level out because this deck was like this.
This worked really well because you had straight boards for that.
I had straight boards to get over the part that was like this.
Yes, all over the place, right.
Okay, so I had that. And then I hit here.
Yeah.
And I had mostly little pieces.
Yep.
Okay, so there was this moment when I said, I'm going to the lumberyard and get 2 more boards, because 2 more boards would take me up and get most of it done. And then I looked at that pile of scraps. And I thought, if I start using those fucking scraps and I run out of scraps and still have to buy boards, I'm going to be super pissed. But if I go and buy boards and waste half the day going to the fucking lumberyard to buy 2 boards, and then I think, I have way too much scrap left over. So I kept looking at the piece pile, I kept looking at the space. I kind of did it in my head. I had just enough. When I used a piece that I had put back, God only knows how long ago, from some other project. Okay, but I do want to show you, because I think it's kind of one of those things where when I'm talking about don't fucking waste shit,
Right.
I'm not just talking. I'm going to show you how many pieces are left over from this deck, which I remind you, nearly every fucking board on this deck has to have 2 angled cuts on it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so there should be a ton of garbage.
Yep, there should be.
I'm going to show you. There's that bucket. And this box. None of the pieces in this bucket are bigger than that.
Right.
This box has the big pieces in there. Ooh, there's one. There's one. And there's one. These are the big pieces.
Yeah.
That were left over from doing the deck. Okay? If you're doing this freaking shit, especially as expensive as this shit is right now, don't have a bunch of left over.
Yeah.
I know that I had to go to the damn hardware store twice to get boards because I didn't want to have too many. But I'd rather do that. If I had too many, I'd use them on another project. That's why Lynn said get 2 extra.
Yep. Now I wish you'd gotten at least 3, maybe 4.
Any rate, we're in the middle of a pandemic, which that's all people think about. Pandemic. Right now we're looking at Omicron. I'm probably saying that wrong. Too bad. Maybe we should rename it. Right now we're looking at that. It looks like it may be a dumbed down version, but it also blows through the vaccines with no trouble. So talk about a double-edged sword. But that's all anybody's thinking about. Meanwhile, what just happened? What just happened in Congress? We finally passed the infrastructure bill. Finally. But in order to get enough people on board to pass it, we had completely gut the climate initiative part of that bill. We had to forget about taxing the fucking rich who get the most from a good infrastructure. We had to forget about that in order to get these asshats on board to pass the infrastructure bill. Quit wasting shit. Quit making messes that have to be cleaned up by future generations. But mostly, quit voting for people who only care about the rich's money and who don't care about whether we're going to live as a species after they're gone. Because that's what it comes down to. We're not killing the planet. We're killing off different species that live on this planet. We're causing the next mass extinction. And it might be that when we get done, the thing that can't live on this planet is us. And the planet will go on.
It will
It
recover.
doesn't fucking need us. Quit voting what the preacher tells you to vote. Start voting to save yourself, your species, your grandparents. This freaking planet will live without us. But we're killing off entire species right now at a rate that's unbelievable and unimaginable. We are melting glaciers. We are changing everything. Stupid. It's stupid. Useless shit. Don't just throw... We should not be throwing away an entire garbage truck full of crap every week. We shouldn't be. Now, this is the last of these that Lynn's going to title Treehouse
Project.
Project. I'll still be working on the treehouse, mostly inside. But what has finally happened is I've reached a place where I can stop obsessing about the tree. That doesn't mean I will.
But you can.
But I can.
If you choose to do so.
Stop obsessing because it's all now covered. The deck is covered. This building is roofed in and walled in and protected from the elements. So now I can go at it at a slower pace. You know, if the weather's so bad I can't work. And I have other things that need to be done. Right now I need to take care of the yard and all that. So it'll be slightly different. Goodbye.